Passionate.
Kind.
Happy.
Creative.
Voluble.
Dedicated.
Assertive.
Energetic.
A motivator.
Down to earth.
Fearless.
Hardworking.
Enthusiastic.
Inspirer.
Influential.
Friendship.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Pat is her dedication to the community and really in all forms of art.
Our fearless leader. She represents the arts in St. Albert.
She is an amazing person in seeing the passion in other artists.
She's very encouraging. She's always has something good to say.
She's always inspired me to be artistic and creative with everything I do.
Pat has always been a mentor of mine, so she'll look at one of my pictures and say, hey, this part here, you could have done more with this, or maybe push that part back there.
Because if she sees something in you and believes that you can go places, then you kind of want to rise to the occasion.
Her art is really a mixture between abstracted landscapes that are really very modern and realistic images of pears and sunflowers that really appeal to a fairly broad audience.
She would always say, if we were walking down the path when we were kids, she'd look at a field and say, I would love to paint that.
She has a profound interest in the natural environment. She goes to a place called Emma Lake in Saskatchewan, which is kind of an artist retreat. She goes outdoors and maybe sits in a marsh or something and draws some of her inspiration for her paintings. Even though I've never been there, I can feel that I have been there just by looking at her pictures.
I went to the farmer's market and I saw her there. She was selling prints of her sunflowers. These plants kind of became characters to her.
Each one had a personality to it, so she really gets deeply into the form and the emotion behind things.
What she was trying to achieve, sort of this inner consciousness that she was bringing forward and trying to put into her art has really impressed me.
And she's always willing to try new things. Also, she incorporates her art into every part of her life, really.
She honors the roots of where her own art has come from, but she's really open to going, okay, what's next? What's out there? I know that there's something different for me to do with my art. When the community's trying to move forward, who do they go to? They go to the artists. So she was about, well, then the artists need to be supported and the artists need a place.
She actually started VASA, which is the Visual Arts Studio Association, which is a non-profit organization. It provides studio space mainly for working artists.
She's taking small groups of people and combining them into larger groups and trying to establish a critical mass so that we can actually do something significant for visual arts in St. Albert.
And she's bringing out, a lot of the artists that would normally be working unnoticed in their homes and making us in the forefront.
She's one of those people who takes all the good things and tries to bolster those and boost them out in the community so that people get a feeling that there is something to art that they should be appreciating, even if they weren't brought up that way.
Right away, she was interested in bringing artist and audience together. There's value in the public becoming to know more about our artistic processes.
She's also been very involved in the Public Gallery, the Arts and Heritage Foundations. She's also very willing to do the work, to apply for grants, and that's no small task.
A lot of us artists, all we want to do is be behind the scenes painting, but she's been the voice for us.
When we are making decisions relative to facilities or relative to budgets, just relative to the overall support of the arts community, I know that Pat is going to have an opinion on whether or not we've moved far enough or whether or not we've done the right thing. So Pat's a birdie on my shoulder, and I'm appreciative of that. The visual arts program would not be what it is today if it wasn't for Pat.
We need people who can stand back and look at the bigger picture. No pun intended.
She's not getting paid. She does it out of her own dedication to the arts in St. Albert, and she's relentless in doing this. She's been doing it for years and years and years.
Anytime you have a conversation with Pat, you realize that art is bigger than just paintings on the wall or sculpture. it's important to the community, it's important to all of us.
Congratulations, Pat. We couldn't have done what we've done in St. Albert without you.
Well done, Pat. You deserve it.
Good job, Grandma. I'm proud of you.
Well done. You certainly deserve this.
It's very happy for her right now.
Congratulations. This is so well deserved. The community is so much better for your leadership.
And thank you for everything that you've done in the past for all of us artists, and we wouldn't be the same community without you.
Congratulations, good work, well done, and thank you.
Hey, way to go, Pat. Your work and all the hours that you're putting in, it's worth it because people are growing because of you.